When Usain Bolt announced that he would retire as a sprinter, he surprised the world by also hinting a desire to go into professional football. And while people made fun of him, he was dead serious and was actually extremely close to signing a professional contract. It didn't work out for the fastest man in the world though, but why wasn't his supernatural speed enough to help him play at a decent level? That's what we'll look into today. Now, before we jump to the very obvious conclusion that Bolt simply wasn't good enough, let's take a look at his career as a footballer, because just before retiring from running in 2017, he actually mentioned how he'd love to one day play for Manchester United.
Football is so much fun.
Now, keep in mind that at the time Bolt was 30 years old, but still, it sparked heavy debates at Manchester United forums about whether he was worth a punt. At the end though, United had already tried out a rapid big lad with a non-existing touch in Bebe, and it didn't really work out, so a contract offer never came from the Red Devils. Instead, Bolt kinda signed Mamelodi Sundowns and also trained with Borussia Dortmund in a couple of marketing stunts, but never really played for them. He did, however, play for Norwegian side Strømsgodset in 2018 in a friendly match against the Norwegian under-19's national team, with Bolt getting 20 minutes and missing a header. And that was kinda it.
For some reason, I couldn't score.
Now, Bolt also took part in the UK charity celebrity match called SoccerAid, where he scored a decent offside goal, hit the bar, and slotted home a penalty, and people once again saw a glimmer of hope of a proper fairy tale story. Apparently, Bolt also fully believed in his own ability and went all the way to Australia
Usain Bolt, can he make it as a footballer?
to play with the Central Coast Mariners, where he scored a decent goal and a tap-in during a training match. And actually, he was offered a contract, but sadly for Bolt, they couldn't agree on the financial side of things. Instead, Bolt also took part in SoccerAid in 2019 and again scored a very decent goal, but after that, called it quits on his career in sports. But why didn't Usain Bolt succeed? I mean, in today's game, we see a lot of fast players thriving, and Bolt wouldn't be the first fast player to do a decent job despite not being the most talented player ever. Because if we look at him, he's a big, strong and explosive lad who can hold off defenders and obviously outpace everyone off the ball thanks to his long, quick steps. And he's enthusiastic and simply worked his socks off. However, all of Bolt's matches have shown that he simply lacks basic technique and finishing skills, that he needs more game intelligence and also more match fitness. And it's kinda understandable. I mean, how is a guy who's used to exploding for less than 10 seconds supposed to last for 90 minutes? Now, don't get me wrong here, Usain Bolt is not an utterly terrible football player. In fact, he's pretty good. But there's just a difference between being decent and then being able to play pro football, simply because game intelligence and fitness is such a big factor at the highest level. So, Bolt's dream might have been a tad bit naive, but hey, it was a cool story. In other words, the fastest man on the planet didn't succeed in becoming a pro, but can put on a good show at charity celebrity matches, and you have to respect the man for using his fame to follow his dream. But are there any other footballers who could play other sports? Let us know down below, hit that subscribe and bell notification button, and then go watch 10 of the craziest commercials ever done by footballers down to your left. And with that, guys, I'm signing off. Cheerio.